So my prediction of when the ban list was going to be released wasn't entirely wrong. I got the week right, just the wrong day. So I decided to make this video a little bit differently. Instead of looking at the ban list blindly and make it vacant statements basically going, yep, changes, I decided to form an actual opinion before making a video. And that opinion can be summed up thusly. What in the actual fuck? First off, the forbidden list, we have cyber-stein, Diabolosis, and branded expulsion. These are good hits. Cyber-stein is just a little too free, especially with Natura Exterio, and Super Heavy Samurai can get out super easily by making Gear Gigant X and searching it out, summoning it. That's a little too much. That card just needed to go away. Again, Diabolosis made it so that Kashtira can banish the top 16 cards of your deck and lock out 9 zones. That's not fun. You're not playing the game at that point. And Expulsion, I kind of figured they would do something about that combo. It was really a matter of what they would do. Though I kind of don't think it really mattered, because if you hit the Gimmick Puppet and Raw, then branded players would just go down the line and find another card to lock out their opponent. And if you ban Expulsion, they're just gonna try to make the new Albion fusion do the same thing. Now, granted, you do have to jump through a couple more hoops in order to get there with Albion, but it's still possible. I was actually on my way to a tournament this morning when the ban list dropped, and I had just main decked Expulsion and Gimmick Puppet and put Jinzo in the side deck, and I went undefeated at that tournament playing branded. They also banned Scarecrow, which I didn't think they would hit super heavy this early and this directly, but here we are. It doesn't kill the combo necessarily, but it slows it down. Or at least that's what I've been told. I faced all of 3 super heavy samurai decks, and I haven't bothered to learn the combo for myself. And I have to wonder about a pointer of the Red Lotus. Who was playing it? Was it Labyrinth playing it at 1? Or did they just decide to ban it outright because it's one of those cards where it's either you put it at 3 or at none? On to the limited list. Blaster came back to 1, which everyone figured was gonna happen, and that's perfectly fine. It's not doing anything in Japan on their Master Duel, and I don't think it's going to do anything in the TCG. They did bring back one card that was a little bit more questionable, though. Denlong. Level modifying and searching out a 9 pillars of the Yang Jings. It's a little much in my opinion, but it might just be a cool tech option for Sword Soul or some other decks. Maybe I'm being a little too biased against Denlong, but who knows? And they put Mass Mech Circular to 1, which I kind of get because foolishing a Mass Mech monster to special summon it, and then to search out another Mass Mech card, is kind of a lot. That's kind of how I feel about them putting Sacred Tree to 1. Because that card sure ain't once per turn on the graveyard effect. And the cards that I really didn't see coming were a Rise Heart and Delicious Memory. I thought they would have hit more main deck cards for Kashtira. Like, I've only seen Kashtira make 1 Rise Heart. But maybe because I'm not surviving the match long enough for them to make another Rise Heart, or maybe Earth Machine is just making more than 1. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see too many people summoning more than just 1, which makes this very odd in my opinion, but okay. Though, I guess making it so that Kashtira can't make another walking macrocosmos is probably a good idea. And hitting Delicious Memory to 1 makes it so that you have to reveal other cards off of My Friend Purely instead of revealing 3 Delicious Memories. And putting it to 1 makes it so that you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting the Delicious Memory instead of a 2 in 3 chance of getting a Delicious Memory. And that's given that Delicious Memory kind of enables the OTK. But putting Cypher and Gamma to 1 is kind of strange to me. I guess they did this so that if you roll Super Heavy Samurai, there's a much higher chance of that droll resolving. Gamma was kind of the response to droll this format. I guess putting Gamma to 1 puts a check on combo decks because no one it's going to run just one gamma. Honestly, I didn't like the gamma package to begin with, personally, because either A, I'm only drawing into driver and never gamma, or B, my opponent ashes the gamma. But I don't care anymore, because it's at 1 now, and I'm not gonna do 1 copy of gamma. Now, I have several questions for this semi-limited list. First one being, why Kashtira Unicorn? This could have easily gone to 1, and it would have been a lot more impactful. Same thing goes for its Bright Starter. Why Runic Fountain? From as far as I could tell, most lists were running 2 in the first place. At least the lists that weren't pure, and if you out 2 fountains, the game is probably over anyways. Why Lightning Storm? Who was playing? Who? Show me the person who is playing 3 Lightning Storms. Show me the person. Show me the deck list. Like, everyone was A, playing Regeki, or B, playing Harpy's Feather Duster in 2 copies of Lightning Storm anyways. So, what is this changing? Orange Light and Engage, I pretty much have no quarrels with. The only quarrel I have with Engage is that I am not really ready for my opponent to activate Engage, to add a card, and then draw into another Engage, and then play that copy of Engage they drew into. I'm not ready for that yet. Aside from that, Sky Tracker is pretty much at full power at this point. Almost. Lastly, the Unlimits. Steam the Cloak is fine. I think it was only there for Vibrex reasons. Nature is finally healing. I think GNX ally Birdman could have came off the list ages ago, but here we are. I'm kind of the same boat with Quick Fix. The only Spiral card that really needs to stay on the list and cannot come back is Master Plan. The rest of the archetype is fine. And this is kind of how I feel about Draco Face Off, too. I don't think that card is going to be terribly relevant at this point. And Recital Starling, I don't really have any opinions one way or another. You know, it's time to burn it up, I guess. And remember when I said that Sky Striker was almost at full power? Well, they now have 3 multi-roll. The one that kind of bothers me, though, is Samsara Lotus. I think Samsara Lotus was banned slightly before the Nightmare package was released in the TCG, or maybe a little before that, even. And that was because of FTK that never saw the light of day. The way that FTK worked was with 4 cards. Topologic, Bomber Dragon, Trickstar, Black Cat Bat, and Nightmare Cerberus, along with Samsara Lotus. Samsara Lotus summons itself to a zone that Bomber Dragon points to. Bomber Dragon blows everything up, but Cat Bat and Cerberus are protected because of Cerberus' effect, where co-linked monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. So Samsara Lotus goes to the graveyard. Cat Bat inflicts 200 points of damage to your opponent. Samsara Lotus summons itself back, and then the process keeps repeating until your opponent goes down to 0 life points. Anyways, this ban list goes into effect June 5th. So about a week and 2 days from now. Kinda odd that they would drop a ban list right in the middle of a YCS, but okay, I guess. Thank you all so much for watching, though. Let me know what you think about this sort of format as opposed to my live reaction format down below. My name is Vincent. I am the Race Duelist. Goodbye.